Welcome everybody to the Culture Shock Podcast. Your boy Pat Bayless. I'm back in the building with Steeler Moo.
We got 2 more Sundays.
2 more Sundays. No Taylor today. Sad. We miss our girl Taylor. But today we got somebody very, very special to me and Moo. I got Keaton's in the building. Keaton. What up, baby?
Let's go.
Ghostland legend. Just like one of the best natural Snapple facts ever. Keaton brother was the first nigga ever that I seen in my life to put the frontal inside the weed. I'm telling you. This like 20 years ago though, nigga. Like we used to call them shits the creddies because we used to be like, son, this nigga
The
wild.
creddies, I like that. Everybody use that.
So that's what's
trademark
up,
that,
man.
Keaton.
One of his friends said he peeled the shit off the tree, like a tree bark, and rolled that bitch right in front of him, put the weed in, and it was done.
Not that ass, and he would burn the shit till it get hard. I swear, I seen him do that too. And he'll just burn the shit until it get real crispy, and he'll just put the shit in the blunt. He was the first person that we ever seen, and we should be
That
like,
was like the first grabber, nigga.
Nah,
Nah,
that
that's
ass.
crazy.
The nigga just invented
Nah, my
that
son
shit.
A1 Credit was a different nigga. Son.
That's crazy.
Nigga can fix your car while it's driving and all that. My son was different.
Nah. I remember me and Keaton in at Granny Road Park. My son was popping wheelies. He rolled over and he started the same voice he got now.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, man.
You always know me. You talk about just riding the bike.
He said, yeah, man, what's your name? That motherfucker started crossing motherfuckers up, though, I tell you. I said, son really got a handle, and he was a $115 at that point. That shit was crazy, son, crossing everybody up.
Yeah, nah, that shit weak, because even when I first met Biggs, that nigga Big said, son, that nigga look just like Crazy Legs. Then that nigga start talking and Big was dying, like, oh, nah, this nigga really Crazy Legs.
Nah. When'd you meet Moo, Keaton?
I met him in school. Huh?
Yeah.
I met him in school.
Yeah, I remember agree. A minute ago, though.
Yeah, it was mad long ago.
For
I
real?
met that nigga.
Was that when Moo was knocking people out and shit?
Yeah,
Probably
nigga used to
met me.
get in trouble all the time.
Every day.
He'd be slapping teachers and shit.
All
It was
kinds of dumb
crazy.
shit.
All right, so now that we got the introduction out the way, I want to get into. We can start with the somber shit. We get the somber shit out the way. My guy, Augus Cloud, guy from Euphoria, up and coming actor, if you will, dies at 25. What they're calling is probably an overdose. I know that he was working in Brooklyn. From what I know, he was working in Brooklyn. I think in a restaurant. Somebody saw him, asked him if he wanted to try out for the show Euphoria, and ever since then he took off. And I know a lot, especially like ladies, they
Like
love
Brooklyn,
him.
New York?
Yeah, Brooklyn.
he from
right
New
by
York?
no, he's from Oakland, but for some
okay.
reason he came out here to by the Barclays and he's working in a restaurant for whatever reason.
Oh, wow.
Somebody saw him, asked him, to do an audition, scouted him out, and he got the job. And now they were, I think, 2 seasons in, and everybody loved him. But not knowing what he went through, but obviously he lost his dad about a week before he passed away, and there was a lot of people saying
Wow.
they were very concerned, and they were saying he already was kind of down. So knowing, obviously I lost my dad, it's a tough thing to deal with, and everybody deals with hurt and different things, different ways, but it sucks to see a parent like their mother lose 2 people in a span of 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? By, the crippling feel of losing somebody and losing somebody that you're really close to. Now I know you guys probably didn't really watch Euphoria and stuff like that. I didn't watch much of it, but I don't know if you guys want to speak on what he probably was going through and really that situation.
To me, it actually reminded me of that somber feeling when Mac Miller died.
Right.
And I don't really want to compare it to like another person's death, but I was early on like Mac Miller kids kind of mixtape, like Senior Skip Day, like all those kind of songs. Kool-Aid and Frozen Pizza, like those is my shit.
Oh yeah, you like
I
Mac
was
Miller.
sad when that nigga died.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie. And then he a Steeler fan too, so still gang. So it took me a minute to like really like I used to watch Tiny Desk Mac Miller every fucking day. Like it took me a little minute to get over it, but when I first heard about this, I didn't know. I'm big on Twitter, so I be on Twitter all the time. And I'm like, wait, Like, why is everybody retweeting this person? Then when I did the research, it was like somebody that everybody knew was struggling, but I don't want to say didn't reach out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they reached out, but the help wasn't what he needed or what he didn't want to hear
Mm-hmm.
at the time. But I feel like he had a lot of love. He had a lot of he had that gravitational force. Like, oh, people knew he was gonna be the next one. And I feel like when those kind of people pass away, and it's never something accidental, like a random car accident or something.
Mm-hmm.
And when it involves drugs, you think about, you know, actually how long that person was on it. The drugs that he probably did now because he got more money is probably more potent or XYZ. So
it's crazy.
to me, it's just something that was always there that just kind of spiraled out of control. Especially, I wasn't even aware that his pops died, so that could easily put you in a state of, you know, I don't give a fuck. So it's unfortunate, but then that moment on Twitter would like time stop, and it reminded me of when Mac Miller passed.
Right.
Yeah, because it's crazy because you never know what somebody going through. Like, they could have all the money in the world, all that shit, and you could never know what's going on deep inside.
Right. Yeah, I think that's sad. I think, like you said, it's somebody, when you see somebody on the rise and they tragically pass away or it doesn't work out, it kind of, not that you feel like you know them, but you're just like, damn, I wish I could have helped somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, there's not really much to
Damn,
touch
I'm about
on
to
that.
say, let's
yeah,
move
it's not
on
really
from
much
that.
to touch on that. What I do want to move on to, which is something I really want to ask y'all to. I don't know if you guys seen this, but Governor DeSantis, the guy who's the governor in Florida, the guy who's been
Florida
trying to get
man.
all the books of you know, African American history out of schools, the guy who's been saying slavery was good for black people, right? The Orlando Magic owner is funding his campaign. Help funding his campaign, and 76% of the people that he hired are African Americans.
Right.
So take me into y'all minds and tell me how you think right now they feel.
I think they probably think it's a slap in the face, but we also deal with something that's very big in our community in the sense of black people. A lot of times we don't have black people to take us to the next level, so we'll deal with XYZ to become that person. So I don't give a fuck what my boss supports, as long as he signed that $100 million check that I could, I guess, create or establish generational wealth for my family. So a lot of times, a lot of people are not willing to do what Colin Kaepernick did and risk your career, risk your whole well-being in the sense of being blackballed and having death threats and all that kind of stuff. So I know it's a tough situation to be in, but a lot of times that's what billionaires do. Billionaires do billionaire shit. So in order to keep that money in that same circle, sometimes you gotta support some dickhead shit. There's a lot of people behind closed doors, once we found out that was supporting Trump, we was like, dang, like niggas is hypocrites or whatever the case may be. But I know if I'm a play, I'm just looking at you as a hypocrite. Like, you paying both sides. You paying a positive and a negative. But that's just kind of how that billionaire business work. You know what I'm saying?
What about you, Key? What's going through your mind when you hear something like that?
I'm just gonna like say what he was saying. Like, it's kind of like the same thing. Like, yeah, like.
And fuck Florida too. Florida is a bit like I was just looking today that they taking away state psychology. Like, you can't get a master's in psychology in Florida. Like, what the fuck, nigga?
Didn't you deal with some type of racism when it came to your own workplace?
At my job, yeah. Like, that
can
shit
you
was
get into
bad.
it?
I don't even want to.
Get into it?
I don't want to
Is
speak.
it
personally, or you
ongoing? Is it ongoing or that's already done with?
Nah. He got fired.
All right, so get into it. Fuck that. Go ahead, talk about it. He got fired. You don't have to say his name, but just explain what you went through.
He was basically saying like I'll do stuff on my floor and stuff. Like, he used to work overnight, so I would work 3 to 11, and then he would come in like overnight and say like I wasn't doing stuff. Like, I was basically doing my job like all the time, but he just kept getting on my back all the time. So it came to the point where he was just saying like, being like mad negative and shit, like saying like I don't know,
racist slurs.
Yeah, just being like just mad racist and shit, and just
was it
saying,
directly
like,
towards you, or was like general statements? Like, he was just walking and be like, God damn, these black niggas don't clean up.
Nah, it was like directed towards me. Like he was saying like I was black and dirty and then just saying like all this other shit. Yeah, so I went to my boss and I was telling him I didn't want to go over his head, but I had to go to like HR and tell like just be like basically tell them what was going on.
Yeah,
nah, that's what's up. You did the right way.
Yeah, you really did. You did the right thing. You could have slapped him for that because that's really calling somebody dirty, and especially grown ass men, is crazy.
Yeah, and then I would have been wrong if I did something crazy. So I was just like, let me just like.
Nah, you'd have proved this point. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he would have revved you up to get to the point.
To get to the point where he'd be like, all right, like let's just get rid of this nigga.
Right.
Nah, you right.
Now let's transition into something. I don't know if you guys saw over the weekend. Cardi B, she's always a phenomenon in what she does. She was on stage and somebody threw ice at her from a cup, hit her in the face, and her retaliation was take the mic and chuck it at the woman. She hit the woman. Yeah, so she hit the woman and the mic bounced off and hit somebody else. Right. The person that it hit is now filing charges against Cardi B for battery.
I thought it was the second person, not the initial person.
No, yeah, the second person.
Wait, the person that threw it is
not suing.
Oh yeah, okay.
They're not suing, but the person that was next to them got got the ricochet.
Yeah, real quick.
Is getting a little quick bag.
50,000 real quick.
I mean, obviously, I think if either of us were in that situation, probably would have done the same thing. Like, I don't think you guys would have.
Nah, her accuracy was crazy too. If you look like,
well, you could tell she probably did it to Offset. She probably threw a lot of things to Offset. Just saying, she probably did. Yeah. And they look real toxic, so it's probably.
But one thing that was really crazy because a lot of times when people on stage get thrown, I don't want to say when people throw things at them, they don't see. They don't naturally see exactly where it comes from. Like as soon as it happened, she was able to pinpoint. And then I seen the other videos from the other perspective. Like the girl threw it, and instantly it was like, "Oh my God, she seen me throw it."
Right.
So to me, it was like instant karma. I'm sad. I don't want to say I'm kind of sad for the other girl that caught the stray, but I'm saying she probably gonna come up real quick. Yeah.
She was front row. That's why she seen her. She threw that shit. She threw that shit immediately.
That shit was crazy.
Cardi B seen her, and then she flinged the mic at her, and the girl was like, "Nah, I'm sorry. Yeah. And the bouncer was right there too.
Yeah, I mean,
you seen that shit happen.
Man, the mic, like them wireless mics, them shit's kind of heavy. They got the battery.
Where would you guys rank Cardi B as far as like female artists?
For like New York or just
in general,
like
not
currently
even top
or
10 ever.
No, I think she gotta beat it, but I don't really got too many. I don't
would
even
say
know
rap.
if I
I
can
wouldn't
name
say all
10
female artists because
females.
she would definitely not be top 10 in all female artists. But rap wise,
I don't even listen to her. Like I think like Meg probably
King just be looking at her wagon when it's on Twitter.
No, I think impact
like this.
Impact is important, and then you got to think about how she started, where she came from.
Nah, for sure.
So it's almost
she
like
used to have the nipples at the bottom of her titties.
Right. It's almost like a come up every girl in that atmosphere.
That she got enough money that now it come
she
up.
She lift them titties up. Yeah.
But she used to have the shit down here.
Shits used to hang low.
But nah, you can't front
she used
on
to be
her.
able to see the money with her titties that she was dancing. And now she can see everything.
That's so crazy.
But I mean, I think she would rank in the top 10 as far as female rappers.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's go to another one, Lake Lanier, Lake Lanier is based there. They're in Georgia. It's a lake in Georgia.
Now you can say they, because we don't know what's in that motherfucker.
Yeah, we don't know what's in that motherfucker. But there has been, if I'm reading this correctly, 200 people have died from 1994 to 2022. 3 in 1 week of drownings. I don't know if any other lake that we've heard of have that many deaths in that short time period.
Also alleged a whole black neighborhood is submerged under this.
Right.
What the fuck is in that lake?
That's what I'm saying. And the other day, somebody had jumped in, I think, electrocuted to death.
Yeah, electro. What's the water when you electroduced or whatever it's called?
Right.
And then in that same day, the next day, same weekend, somebody jumped out of a boat just to go for a swim, and when they went in down there, they actually never came up. So they dived down. And
you
that
guys
was the last.
believe in haunted stuff like that? Do you believe there's something under there?
Yeah. I think they need to drain that motherfucker
so
we can fix. Yeah.
I wonder what's under there. It's kind of creepy.
Nah,
because
Ken, what you think under there?
I don't know what the fuck is under there. If people dying like that, I don't. I can't think of anything that's in there.
Yeah, anything you can think of, like boats have capsized, like
right.
Like it's one of those, and I feel like they be having those boat lake parties where you park your boat and people. So I'm actually surprised it's still open. especially in a place.
And people, if you look it up, people are always like, "Oh yeah, I had a great day at Lake Lanier."
Man, I was on YouTube. I was on YouTube, and there's actually people that like go there at nighttime and
nah, never.
Like,
Y'all,
yeah,
no.
so I don't do weird shit like that.
And never come back.
Nah, I swear to God, listen, nigga.
I got a funny question. Who would you say, whether it be celebrity or somebody? I don't want to say somebody you know, but who would you say got some Lake Lanier pussy?
A celebrity?
It could be a celebrity or somebody you know.
Ah, man.
Who got some Lake Lanier?
She be watching this shit. I ain't answering that question.
I can't answer that either.
Nah. I'm about to start. Listen, man.
Wait, all right, so
like
give me a celebrity.
Right
so
there.
give me a celebrity.
I like that analogy.
That shit don't take your soul.
It's crazy.
I like that analogy, but based off
give me
of
a celebrity.
like how my son Chris Brown was going crazy, I would say Karuchi. Yeah, somebody like that. Because on the level where you could kind of get whatever you want, and you chase it, and you chase that thing that come to you,
right,
easy. Like when I see, like every time now I see Drake perform, he got these big ass bras and shit.
Yeah.
So to see a nigga like chase a porn star and get her pregnant, you gotta be like, dang, it's what it is. Like Zion spend all that bread on Mariah Mills, you're like, dang.
Yeah.
It gotta be something crazy. So to me, it's definitely and my son even shouted out in songs and like even the memes he got me like. Nah, it's definitely Karuchi. What's her name?
He loved her.
Yeah. So somebody like that for sure.
King got a girlfriend too, so you probably can't answer this. You got anybody a celebrity?
I would
a
say
celebrity.
celebrity.
You can't get in trouble for celebrity.
Nah. I would say Tiana Trump.
Oh, I know we was talking about that. Okay.
I would say that because you see her all over the net and niggas be going crazy like, yo, like
shit. She got that Lake Lanier mouth. She ain't got that Lake Lanier pussy. You got the Lake Lanier
that
mouth.
guac.
What's that?
That guac?
That's Tony Guac. Tony Guac 900.
Tony Guac, though. That's crazy.
That guac.
Nah,
that
that's
washing
crazy.
machine shit, nigga. Like, you know how your clothes be like this? You put your clothes in the wash, then the clothes automatically going like this, nigga.
He said that washing machine shit. Oh, man. I got a couple of analogies I ain't never heard. I'm about to put that in the bag now.
Oh, shit. Mo's about to go crazy with that analogy. Let me get that washing machine. Hey, baby. That washing machine tonight. You had
tumble dry.
You had how many drinks?
That tumble dry.
you had how many drinks? Washing machine tonight, baby. Oh,
nah, that shit was weak right there.
Damn, I can't even think of a celebrity. I know somebody personally, but I don't put her business out there. But I love her. She know I love her, but she got that that Lake Lanier. Other than that, celebrity. Damn. I would say, damn, Kean got me with that Tiana Trump shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, nah, cause for our generation, she's.
What about like somebody like Lori Harvey? You got motherfuckers crying over her. All the big time dudes, she bagging and then throwing them back to the street.
Brittany Renner.
Brittany Renner, I don't feel like everybody want her though after all that shit. Like everybody's throwing Lori Harvey after all the shit she be doing to all these dudes.
Probably Brittany though, cause at least she had a kid, so that symbolizes something. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas probably don't.
What about Kim K? You got Kanye out here looking crazy.
Nah, I would say Ray J days.
The Kardashian family.
Nah, Ray J days. That's definitely. Listen, if we go through Ray J history, we could probably name a lot of them joints. Probably. Got that. Yeah,
nah, facts.
Nigga said that washing machine.
Nah, that shit killed me. I lost everything I was thinking about.
That shit got
me. All right, let's go to something that I think we could all talk about real love. Boxing. Terrance Crawford, Errol Spence.
I try to tell y'all, and listen, before we get into it, Errol Spence is not from Houston, Texas. That nigga is from Nassau County.
Right. And isn't Terrance Crawford from New York too?
No.
Okay.
But shout out to my son Jamel here, and he the one that gave us all that G14 classified information. Right. But Errol Spence is not from Houston.
Right.
He's from New York. He's from Long Island.
So take your ass back to New York and rep New York. You probably would have won. Respectfully. Respectfully. But, I mean, that was a shellacking. I don't know if you guys watched the fight. 9 rounds, knockout. Yeah, I think Errol Spence won the first round because Crawford honestly didn't even throw a punch in the first round. After that, it was a straight.
Yeah, he
knocked him around.
Yeah,
I think he knocked him down 4 or 5 times. I give Errol Spence credit, though.
No.
He did not want to go down. No, for real. Because Errol Spence, I think, at the end of the day, didn't want to get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And he was trying. And the ref really did try to allow him to keep going.
Right.
But at the point, man, when you start falling forward and you dropping your hands and boy is just hitting you back up, that's bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, shit like that, I mean, I don't know what you guys take away from it. Who do you guys think he should fight next? Do you guys have somebody in your head that this is the fight I want to see? Yeah. Because Errol Spence, he's got to take a year off. Let's just be honest and get right.
I saw on Instagram they were saying he was supposed to go against Boots.
Mm-hmm.
And Boots he's a real good ass fighter. He got footwork. He can move all that.
I don't think Jerron is stronger. I don't think Jerron is stronger or strong. I don't want to say stronger or strong enough.
But
I would rather him fight somebody that could actually knock him out like Tank or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big money fight.
I think anything else, even Charlos, he'll bust down to Charlos. To me, Boots is nice, but Boots is more like I want to see Boots fight like Shakur.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Something like that. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't really see. I guess that'd be a good fight, but just to see how technical Bud could be, and then the times where he just want to lay on the combos and move in, and his confidence.
Bud was tough. I ain't gonna lie. Bud's jab was crazy.
I already knew the
jab was working.
He was gonna beat him because Errol Spence, he just walk you down. He don't got no real type of.
Nah, he was standing in front of him the whole time. He wasn't.
He don't know.
But the one thing too that I realized, Errol Spence had no chance unless he was literally right here. Like Errol Spence literally was trying to walk in and hit him that way, and then literally as soon as the ref pushed him off, it was like boop boop.
Yeah, he took away that jab.
Boop boop every time. Every time the ref was like, nah, Errol, you can't do that.
My son got knocked out with a jab.
Bud is good at feeling you out. So the first round, the feel out round, he gonna know what you doing, all that, and he gonna adjust. Like he like to adjust on the fly. he like to adjust on the fly.
All right, so I put this on the table. It sounds crazy, but you know what? Let's just give them the respect because boxing greatness should be respected in that way. Floyd Money Mayweather, prime. Terrance Crawford, prime. Who y'all got? How many rounds? What do you see?
Definitely going 12 rounds, but I don't see Bud hitting Mayweather. I never even I guess Sugar Shane and Zuda is probably the only people I ever seen really hit him.
Right.
Stumble and the nigga had 50-something fights.
Right.
So I don't.
But he's 40. He's got 40. I mean, 10 more is big. It's still.
But you gotta think we knew about Floyd was fighting Arturo Gotti. He was fighting
he was
big
fighting,
names.
he was.
His first 25
for
fights.
sure.
So it took Bud a little minute. His first 26 fights, you ain't know none of them niggas.
Yeah, Mayweather, you can't deny anything.
To me, I just think Mayweather defense is like the Ravens, the Steelers, the fucking Bears.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
You almost made it through a whole show.
You can't.
Almost made it through a whole
without
show.
mentioning football.
Mm-hmm, almost.
Nah, I think it's that. I think he's just. I don't know, and I used to hate watching Mayweather fight because the nigga is just boring as shit. But to me, greatness, you could see it. Somebody think they about to hit him and he just ducked the shit. And it's just crazy how the nigga reflexes and all. I don't know. I don't really see Mayweather.
So 12
to
rounds,
me, only
Mayweather
a prime
wins,
Roy Jones Jr. is the closest person.
I love Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah, that's
Shout
my
out
guy
Fight
right
Night.
Even Bernard Hopkins, he'll knock all them niggas out. He just Mayweather.
Yeah.
That nigga.
What about you, Keith? What
you
you
don't
think?
see Floyd knocking nobody out. He gonna pick his points where he gonna counter punch you and all that. So it's probably gonna go the distance. He just gonna feel off of how Crawford fight and just go from there.
To see that. Oh,
the first 2 rounds is gonna be about 10 punches thrown between both of them niggas.
Yeah, for sure. They just gonna be like this. That's it the whole time. All right, before we go, I want to ask Keaton. Get Keaton in the hot seat real quick. Keaton, give me and Moo and the world. Give us a good embarrassing story, like A moment where you were embarrassed. It don't got to be nothing crazy, but something that you was just super embarrassed. Like if you want me to go first, I will.
Alright,
You want me to go first? All right, so I'll go first because I knew he probably put him on the spot.
Yeah, put me in the hot seat.
One of the worst things that ever happened to me, obviously, this is not going we're not talking about death or nothing. I'm just talking funny shit. Was I got dropped by Tone. You know Tone.
Yeah.
We were playing ball in the league, and I ain't never got dropped before. I got turned sideways, crossovers, pause.
Right.
But I ain't never got dropped. So it's like 13 seconds left, and we lost by like 5. So I'm tight. I'm guarding Tone. I'm like, fucking, I'm guarding him. I'm tight. Just mad. I want to foul him. The motherfucker hits me with the boom, boom between the legs, behind the back, boom. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. You know what it felt like? It felt like what they joke around. It felt like a sniper shot me in my ankle, bro. Like, shot me in my ankle, and I went backwards.
You stumbled, then you fell?
Like, no, I caught my foot into my other foot, and then just fell backwards super slow. So and I could hear everybody around me just, and you just see, I'm falling back, and I see Tone going this way. And
crazy.
Just laying that shit up. And literally with 13 seconds left, like, I didn't need
Nobody
to even
got
do
that
that.
on camera?
No, thank God. Bro, it looked like somebody just shot my ankle off, like, for real. Like,
damn.
Boom, 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 shot my ankle off. And everybody was laughing, and I'm like, 13 seconds left, Pat, you really did that dumb shit. So I would say that's a pretty embarrassing moment in front of a bunch of people.
If you fall, you getting cooked. I don't really know. I don't get embarrassed. To me, it would just honestly be when I got arrested from school. Like, when I went to the office, and it was just over a regular fight, but it was like, I was thinking like, I guess because they suspending everybody, but I was thinking like it's regular shit. Like they know who I am. I'm gonna just get suspended. Mm-hmm. And then they was like, you gotta go over here, auditorium. We gotta wait for the dude. But then by the end of the, like, I guess like a 20-minute span, then my mom's kind of realized what was happening. Like, and then they made me walk from where the office was by the Commons. I forgot who office that was. It was like assistant principal had an office by the Commons. And they made me walk all the way out through the gym side. So, I mean, not the gym side, the auditorium side, where you go, like, where the buses go, like, you get picked up early and all that shit. So, I had to walk past the auditorium, the health, like, whatever that shit in that hallway. And then the police that would put me in the car with Steve Darling. I don't know if you remember Mr. Darling, but Mr. Darling was a health teacher at Longwood for 7th and 8th grade. Then he became Suffolk Police. Wow. So, I know Steve Darling he was a football coach, too. But we cool to this day now, but it was kind of crazy. He used to be my teacher, and then and my whole ride to the police station, he was telling me like all the dumb shit that I was doing and shit I ever did. He was like,
you stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, all that kind of shit. So that was definitely my most embarrassing moment. My mom's like walking side by side. I had my hands behind my back, and they tried to put like a shirt on top so people couldn't see it, but it was very obvious. Like my arms wasn't even in the sleeve.
Like, oh, that's Morgan?
Yeah. So I'm walking past people that I know. I'm crying and all that shit. But I knew for sure that I was getting locked the fuck up that day. But that was definitely my most embarrassing moment. Other than that, I feel like that built a lot of character. Like after that, I was like, fuck it,
That's good.
I could do anything.
What about you, Keith?
I feel like you could tell the story better than me.
Which one?
We was playing ball at LA Fitness, and I got cooked by this big girl. She looked like Escalade. She looked like Escalade. You ever seen Ann 1? You ever seen Ann 1? Rest in peace to that man, but...
Nah, son. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to whoever she is. She had my son. She had my son. There? Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah. Nah, she had, That was a dark skinned girl, right? Was she dark skinned or light skinned
girl?
Oh, light skinned? Okay, yeah. She was just
How
thick.
was she cooking you though?
Thick.
She would post moves and
Bro, to the Baja every time, putting Keaton in the car seat.
Why y'all didn't switch it?
Put Keaton in the car seat. We couldn't.
Nobody was big enough to switch on her.
You gotta think. At that point, I was 130. He was probably 115.
Nah,
so
bro,
I really wasn't much
Nobody was big enough to switch on her. So they just let me get cooked down there.
I ain't gonna lie, I was letting that shit happen.
And that shit was at LA Fitness.
Yo, Kobe?
I was doing this to them on the opposite team. I was like,
nah, nigga said she was like,
nigga just let me die down there, yo.
Help! Police!
Man, that's weak.
That was pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie. And everybody on the team was getting tight. I remember that.
I wonder who that girl was.
Bro, I couldn't do nothing.
If that was on video, that would be worse than me getting dropped. Dead ass.
That would have been.
Because it was every time down.
Yeah, she just called for the ball.
Every
and then
time.
How she just called for the
I
ball?
was behind her, bro, and it looked like she not guarding nobody. That's how big she was, bro.
Like she wide open every play. This nigga keep standing right behind her though.
Yeah, dead ass.
Nah, that's fucking weak.
Shout out to her. Hopefully she doing well.
Nah, that's fucking weak right there.
Got Keaton nightmares and
That
shit.
nigga sounds at LA Fitness playing these big girls like Escalade.
He gave some good coats today. I ain't gonna lie. Escalade and washing machine. That's about to be the name of this show. Washing machine.
That Escalade was nasty too. That's Mark Jackson brother too.
Yeah.
Oh, for real? Wow.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Escalade. That was my son.
Keaton, man, thank you for coming on, bro. You a jokester, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Really appreciate having you. Shout out to the Culture Shock hoodie that he got on with the culture
bang.
to you. Make sure you check that out. Check out our podcast. Obviously, check out the clothing line on cultureshockny.net. And, man, Keaton, thank you, bro. And Moo, as always, man. What you
Nah,
gotta
you
say?
already know. Nah, I'm about to go home and get that washing machine, baby.
That gog, whatever the fuck he was calling it, that shit. That ass. We out of here, man. That's Culture Shock, baby.
Nah, my son said that washing machine. I'm about to hit up right
Yo,
right
Keaton,
now.
you fucking stupid, bro.